Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Devin and you are watching Herbivore at Home. Today I'm going to show you my infamous loaded vegetable pasta. It's really not original or anything like that, it's just veggies with pasta. But if you're newly vegan or if you're bored with the pasta you make, you can go ahead and give this a try. What you'll need for this recipe is garlic, asparagus, red bell pepper, and yellow squash. You can have as much of any of these vegetables as you want, or you can substitute them for onions or tomatoes. I've mixed this recipe up several different times, but I really like this combination. You're going to want to start by cutting up your garlic, mince it up pretty well. It doesn't have to be too small, you just want to saute it first and get some flavor out of it. Once you're done with that, you just toss it in your pan with a little bit of oil and let it get warm while you cut up the rest of your veggies. And meanwhile, while we're cutting all these veggies, hopefully you already have either your water boiling or your pasta already in your water. I like to multitask with this. It's a really quick meal if you do go ahead and start with the pasta first and then chop up your veggies and let it cook while your pasta's still cooking. Altogether, it should only take about 30 minutes. Next, you'll cut up your yellow squash. You can cut it into just little circles, but I like to have mine because towards the end of the squash it gets kind of thick and it doesn't cook as well if you have a bunch of small pieces and then also a bunch of big pieces. Then you'll go ahead and cut up your asparagus. I cut these up into 3 or 4 different sections depending on how long the asparagus are. You just basically want them in bite-sized pieces. Lastly, you'll want to cut up your red bell pepper. The technique I'm using I actually learned while I was working in a cut fruit section in Safeway. So you go ahead and you cut up off the top and the bottom, and then you cut out the intersection, and then that way you can get kind of the most out of the pepper as you should be able to. You can cook the top and the bottom, there's no reason to toss them. Once all your veggies are cut up, you can go ahead and toss them in with your garlic that has been hopefully warming this whole time. You'll want to saute those for between 5 and 10 minutes depending on how hot you have it. I keep mine on pretty high. I think it's like a 8 or a 9 out of a 10 on the heat level. Now you'll get your pasta and you can add some butter to that. Add a little bit of salt and pepper too to taste. I usually go back into and add salt or pepper after I'm already eating it, just depending on how I like it. Sometimes I want a little less salt and sometimes I want it more salty, so just go ahead and taste it and see what you like. Once your veggies are done, you can go ahead and combine those in with your pasta. It's a little hard to mix the veggies in with the pasta. It's easier if you have like a really big pan and you can just go ahead and add the pasta to that, but I don't have one at this cooking location. And voila, your pasta is done. I like to add a little bit of nutritional yeast or vegan Parmesan cheese on top. The nutritional yeast is obviously a little better for you. It gives you some B12. There's a lot of different nutrients that can come from nutritional yeast. So I definitely encourage you to at least try some on this pasta. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see what else I'll be cooking in the next couple of weeks. Thank you guys again for tuning in to Herbivore at Home.